Our very first entry that we're going to put in our science notebook this year is our lab team roles. Now, we talked about these a little bit the other day, but let's go back over them so that you know what is expected of you in each role, okay? If you are the director, it's your job to read the directions out loud during stations. You need to keep your group on task and following directions. Assist anyone in your group who may need help by answering any questions that they may have. And if you can't answer those questions, you are the person in your group who may go and ask your teacher questions during station activities. You're the only one allowed to do that. If you're the materials manager, it's your job to get out and put away supply baskets where they belong. You need to make sure that all of the supplies are accounted for and in the correct place. You set up and clean station materials. And you communicate with the teacher when supplies need to be replaced and or if they're missing. If you are the facilitator, you help to decide who will do each part of a learning activity. You make sure the group is speaking at the correct noise level. You keep track of time during station activities, and you help group members to find and use resources in their science notebook. So that's where our table of contents comes into play, so make sure that you keep up with that. If you're the technician, you're going to make sure that everyone is recording accurate information during station activities. You will measure accurately and make sure that everyone is following safety precautions during labs whenever it's needed. You'll record the names of absent group members, and you'll place makeup work in the correct miss folder for absent group members. If you are the assistant, it's your job to encourage others with a positive attitude. You help the teacher and all the group members in any way necessary to complete the learning task. You help to make sure that everyone is turning in their best work and that they're turning it into the correct place. And if someone in your group is absent, you fill in for other group members. And finally, you make sure that your classroom is clean before you leave, okay? So like I said, this is going to be the first entry in our notebook. We need to make sure that we cut it so that it fits. So I'm going to go at the bottom and cut right underneath the words, making sure I don't cut them off. And then I'm going to cut on the side too. Again, make sure you don't cut any of the letters. Get as close to them as you can. All right, that looks like it'll fit. So before we glue it in, we need to put it into our table of contents. Remember, this is the very first entry. So we're going to put the date, and it's the 28th. We're going to put the title, Lab Team Roles. And we're going to put the page number. This is the very first thing, so we're going to put it page 1. So now we'll go and find our page. Page 1. Remember, we use the front and the back. So this is going to be on the back right after your last page on your table of contents. We'll use our glue stick. Make sure we get glue all over it so that it doesn't come out, especially on the edges, so it doesn't fall out of our notebook. We don't want to lose this. Okay, now remember, if we want to get a 4 on our notebook, we need to make sure that we have a page number and a title on all of our assignments. So we have a title, Lab Team Roles. We already put that in our notebook. You can just underline it or make it known that that's the title of this entry. And we're going to put the page number. The page numbers are always going to go in the top right-hand corner. So this is page 1.